Hello, welcome back to This is Rosalinda unveiling the medicine in our story. Today I want to talk to you guys from the comfort of my beautiful home about the first tool that I'm going to give you guys that has been I think the main tool and the main thing that has helped me navigate my whole life, which is my connection with the Creator. Yes, maybe some people are not spiritual, they don't believe in God, but I do. And that belief and that certainty has been my biggest tool. I have to throw it first because it has been. So I want to tell you how my transformation has been within that relationship. Because I was brought up on, my family was, they brought me up as a Catholic person, right? So we always believed that there was someone outside that was, kind of judging us, and we're going to go to hell, and we're bad, and we're sinners, and all this type of stuff. And I and that Jesus was God as well. And I there was something that I was just like, this is not it. Like I would see, for example, my grandma praying every day, listening to the church thing, and with her rosary, I think it's called, the little pebble things that they do, and they go, I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner, I'm a sinner, or whatever thing, and they pray and they pray and they pray. But then I would see her going outside or doing the things to me, and I was like, what do you mean? So you go and pray and then you're a bitch. Like, what the fuck? Like, this doesn't make no fucking sense. That this is it. And how can they tell me Jesus is God if Jesus was a man and I've been so abused and I've been all this stuff? That just can't be it. We used to go to church every Sunday. I used to because you go underneath, they normally do like the prayers and they have like a big table. So I used to go underneath the table and play with the little kids. So that was like kind of my fun part. But at the same time, I was always so not happy about going to church, right? I was very ascetic. I didn't believe in anything. I couldn't believe that there was a God that was allowing all these things to happen to me and not be able to see it. And I even have this letter that I'm probably going to post it here now so you guys can see it. When I was little, I was praying for my mom to sell a house. I was 5. I didn't even say thank you for my life. I didn't say anything. It's just like, okay, so God listens to kids more. You pray for us to do this type of stuff. And it never connected with me. And I was like, you know what? Like, I just don't believe in this stuff. Like, I don't believe in religion. I don't believe anything that people are saying. I don't care about these people in church. I see all this stuff. And I'm like, they're the worst freaking people, the ones who pray the most and do all this stuff. I was like, they're crappy people. Like, I don't understand. And it wasn't something that was coherent for me. So I grew up through my adolescence and a little bit more being afraid of saying anything about God because I felt I was going to get punished. And I was like, I don't want to get more punished. Like, like I've already had shit enough. Like, I don't want more shit just in case. Like, I won't say anything bad. But I didn't really believe in it at all. I didn't, at all. I started really looking into like witchy stuff. Like I would look for witches and I would look for like I don't know how to say it, the duendes, so the little guy that's, But anyways, I'll put a photo here so you can see them. And I used to look for him and I started, listening about the Ouija and all this stuff. I never played it because I was afraid. But I did understand a little bit about something else in another realm. So not on earth of what we saw, but in something else. Then obviously I went through my whole adolescence without thinking about anything about it. And then when I started growing up, I started having glimpses again that, when I used to really ask, because obviously when I was going through really tough moments, because that's one of the things I realized. We'd really become a bit religious or connected with God when we need something or when something is crap, you're like praying, like please. If you're there, if you're listening, please make this somehow better. Because obviously, and I wasn't in a gratitude mode, so I was always expecting life to be beautiful and just transform itself. So I always thought there's nothing there. Like, why can I get paid attention to? Because I didn't know, and I thought, well, I'm a bad person, so that's what things happened to me, because I always thought I was bad because that's what they told me, even though I wasn't. And even though I was a beautiful freaking girl that never harmed anyone, I still always thought that I was doing something wrong. So anyways, after my relationship with God started really, really, really taking off, when I started my whole healing journey, within the first attempts of me leaving drugs, and I met this witchy guy that I told you about, the wizard guy, and I started seeing things that connected to past lives, and I started seeing things that were normal, and I started going to the mountain, and I was seeing all this stuff, and it just made me straight away understand things that I couldn't understand before, because I needed proof. I needed you to show me a miracle, show me this, show me that. But in my life, like, what the fuck? Like, I want to see it to be able to really believe that what you're telling me, it's true. So then I started going to the mountain, I started going all these things, and I was thinking, okay, there is a God, but it's just not the God that they have told us. And I felt really bad, because I was like, okay, so I'm going to get judged for this as well. Like, okay, so let me just be a little bit. So then when we actually start going to study and start with the whole thing about Judaism, that's when I felt straight a connection. I knew the lyrics, I knew the rituals, I felt it. I felt something in me change, something in me shifted, but it's just, it was like I opened that relationship with him, and that meditation and that praying and that just talk to it in a way that I could feel accepted, and in a way that I could feel certain things. So obviously when I was in this thing, studying the Torah and really going about it, and studying twice a week and doing Shabbat on the weekends, and kept reading and kept doing and kept whatever, and started investigating really what Jesus was and what his role was, because I never did, because I was so against it, right? Because I was against it. I wasn't that I didn't believe certain things, but I felt there was something there that it wasn't, right? So when we start going into the Judaism thing, I was obviously, understanding certain things. I was feeling certain things, that was the biggest thing, because I started seeing the proof in me, how I was changing, how I was talking, how I was more delicate, how I was more in love, how I was more in touch with my body, my soul, my everything. Everything started making sense. And they say to me, okay, they give me my Jewish name. We did the whole thing. I told you this story about it already. I kept feeling healing, and my body transforming, and my brain transforming. And I was like, fuck, like this is actually real. Like, there is something more. This is fucking amazing. And then, I got into understanding neuroscience, how your brain works, understanding quantum mechanics, quantum physics, and understanding how this whole thing works. Because I always thought, fuck, we're so perfect. The body's so perfect. The plants are so perfect. Everything is so perfect. Like, how can it just be, So I started really going into different religions, different belief systems. I started really kind of understanding from the scientific point of view how they saw God and how all this stuff, and everything just started clicking and going, fuck, I always knew this stuff. I always understood this stuff. I'm not against religion. I think that anything that can get you close to that is amazing. Even when you're in church, if you're praying, if you're meditating, if you're just sitting and in stillness, like Buddhism, like all of them, for me, are the same thing. What I realize is that everyone talks about the same thing in different languages, in different terminology, in different ways that they say it, but they all talk about the same thing. So I remember they said to me, like, okay, Rosa, so, do you want to study the Kabbalah? But you have to be very careful, because they're powerful tools that you can be a very good person, or you can transform into a crappy person, because she shows you how to transform your reality in a way. And this is going to make you not believe in God. And I remember I sat down with my stepdad, because we talk a lot about it, and he's very religious, and we were talking about it, and he was like, look, like the Kabbalah will make you kind of understand that there is no God. And I was like, is that possible? Like, it's not possible. I've never not believed that there was a God, a creator, everything, I didn't believe in what they told me. And then the more I studied, I started understanding. I started understanding all this stuff about Jesus. Jesus was a man that was so conscious for the time that he was, and all his words were transformed into whatever was convenient for total control and the matrix and all this freaking conspiracy freaking crap, that it doesn't take the point of what it comes to, which is, and this for me, why I'm doing this, why I'm talking about it, is because my belief in God and the way that I believe it makes me be so fucking loving. Because yes, the person that you hate has God in them. The person that you go, oh, Epstein, he has God in him. Everything that is here on earth is made, and well, more, it's made with God, of God. Everything. He's not an exterior God. He's not a man with a beard sitting with a cane being joyful and doubtful and judging, and you're gonna go to hell and you're gonna go to here. I understood with the Kabbalah what hell and earth, like hell and heaven meant. It is a total vibration. Everyone will call it, okay, so your chakras or the tree of life, or everyone has same, it's the same thing explained in different words. And I was like, oh my God, okay, I'm understanding it. So I started really focusing and knowing the bottom of my heart that he's not out there. I don't have to look at this guy and go, God, please. I have to look inward because I've got him in me. He is a part of me. I am a part of him. This has helped me to look at everyone with compassion. Treat animals with love. Treat plants with love. I love my plants. I talk to them. I kiss them. I'm so grateful. I see everything. I see a rainbow. I see a cloud. I see rain. I see anything, and I'm so fucking grateful because everything is made of him. He's the essence of it. When I started studying science, and I want to show you right now, this is what scientists say about God. This most beautiful system of the sun, planets, and comets could only proceed from the counsel and dominion of an intelligent and powerful being, Isaac Newton. Anyone who becomes seriously involved in the pursuit of science becomes convinced that there is a spirit manifest in the law of the universe, a spirit vastly superior to that of a man, Albert Einstein. The gift of mental power comes from God, divine being, and if we concentrate our minds on that truth, we become in tune with this great power. Nikola Tesla. Louis Pasteur. A bit of science distance one from God, but much science nears one to him. The more I study nature, the more I stand amazed at the work of the Creator. Galileo Galilei. The laws of nature are written by the hand of God in the language of mathematics. Werner Heisenberg. The first gulp of a glass of natural science will make you an atheist. But at the bottom of that glass, God is waiting for you. Max Planck. All matters originate and exist only by the virtue of a force. We must assume behind this force the existence of a conscious and intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter. James Clerk Maxwell. I have looked into the most philosophical systems and I have seen that none will work without a God. How fucking beautiful is that? The more I study science, the more I understand that there is a God. There is a creator of everything. And he's everything. One of the things I understood is he made me who I am. He knew the mixtures that he was making or whatever. And I chose what to come and live. Me understanding that there was something more, because I could be totally wrong, but understanding that and saying, it could be or couldn't be, but this is what I'm choosing to believe, mate, has transformed my life in ways that is just unexplainable. What I've lived through of healing myself for autoimmune diseases, doctors don't understand it. Psychologists that I tell them that I was in antidepressants and anxiety medication for 10 years and I don't take shit now for over 3 years and I'm a happy person, don't understand it. People that I tell them that I never went to AA to do my alcoholism and I can still have a beer and not go crazy, don't call me you're an alcoholic. They can't understand it. People that say I was addicted to cocaine for 2 years and I did it every day don't understand it. People that I know that I smoked weed my whole fucking life and I don't smoke weed don't understand it. Because they don't understand that I can change my reality. But how do I change my reality when I've been through so much trauma? Best tool, best medicine, connect with your higher self, connect with the creator in you and understand that you are creating your reality here on earth. You are co-creating your life. That whole thing, oh, you've got free will and you've got this and you've got that. We do have free will in choosing how we want to get to where we want to get, but we chose what we wanted to live because we understood what that meant. We understood that if we are in poverty, sometimes you appreciate some other things. That maybe if you are in toxic relationships, then you can appreciate this. If you didn't have love from your parents, maybe you can choose to understand this. It is such a dual world and it's such a dual thing with the creation that when somebody says, oh, I don't know why God sent me this. What do you mean? He's in you. He's going to accept you wherever you go. Whatever you do, if you choose the bad route, you still have God in you. If you choose the good route, you still have God in you. He's not sending you shit, you're sending it to yourself. I'll do it when God wants. God wants it always. He's in you, experiencing this human experience with you. You're co-creating this crap. When are you going to stop blaming him? Him, her, it. Because it's everything. There is sun, there is a moon, there's light, there's dark. Do you think then that anger, sadness, despair, whatever negative emotions you may have are not as well have God in them? When they said, for example, Jesus walked through the water and everyone thinks it's just a man walking in top of water and levitating through water. Mate, we are made of water. We are made of emotions. Earth is made of water. It's made of emotions. It is what it is. When they say that he walked through waters, he walked through his emotions. He learned emotional intelligence. There is so many things that got distorted from what they told us it is. You can meditate to Jesus, and I've seen a lot of people heal through that because it's a beautiful energy of consciousness, because that's what Jesus means. It's an energy of consciousness, and you can meditate towards it. You are creating your reality, and we do have help from other things that were not visible to the human eye because we don't believe in. That's why they keep putting all this information, and now they're talking about aliens, and now evidence is showing. So when we see aliens, it's not going to be as hard because that's how the human brain works. I was talking to a person the other day and they were like, okay, so like if God, so why there's evil and why is people being hungry and why there's people in wars and all this. There is never going to be no evil in the world because we are in a dual world. It is what it is. It is going to stop existing as much as it is when we come into a beautiful energy of love and compassion. So when we talk about God and when we talk about the creation, is understanding that those people that are terrible pedophiles and all this fucking bullshit are made of God as well. When they talk about the devil and he was a beautiful one, but he had, he had ego. And we all have ego. That's our hell. That's our devil. And he sometimes does talk to you when he says, you can't do that, or why did you do that, or why here and why there. That's what they represented it as. But sometimes we take things so literal and they're not that literal. I asked one time a rabbi, I said, why do you study the Torah your whole life, every day, every week? You keep repeating the same thing and the same passage and the same thing. And he answered something that was really beautiful and I understood it fully. He goes, It depends of the level of consciousness that you have. You understand one thing, you understand another one. And that's why it's such a beautiful, powerful book, because it doesn't matter when you read it. It's always going to have something that is with your current life. That's the magic in it. It's a bunch of people really connected that wrote down their connections with what they were bringing in as information. And that is freaking beautiful. Everyone should read it. Everyone should read or understand what these people lived through. Abraham and Jesus and, you know, all these type of people. What really, understanding from a point of view of being very conscious, who is God? God is everything. God is in you. God is in me. God is even in this pen, because the materials that were used to make this came from earth. It all comes to the same thing. If you understand that, you start treating people with love. You start treating people with respect. You start treating people with empathy. You understand that you are a part of a collective. If you heal, I heal. If I heal, I help other people heal. It is what it is. So as long as you understand that, that was my biggest tool. And I said it in the last episode, where I was freaking out and this and that, and I let go. Letting go is having certainty that you're being protected, that you're being taken care of, that I'm never alone. I am never alone. I have him inside of me, him, her, it, inside of me. I was made of it. I am stepping in the ground where it was made of it, the grass, the trees, the sun, everything. You start seeing things. It's like if you put little glasses on. Now you're seeing them with the glasses of love. And fuck, what a medicine! That was always, and it will always be, because I'm freaking grateful, and I sit down and I talk to him and I pray and I'm grateful, and I see him in the fire and I ask the fire to take away my fears, and I ask the wind to clear my mind, and I ask the water to clean my soul and my body and refresh it. I put salt all over me sometimes, and I put honey as well to attract things, and salt to let go. And I started understanding that everything is here for something, and it's here to help me. And I had to stop putting pretext and and see, if I do this, God's not gonna care for me, and if I smoke one time weed, I'm a terrible person. God is there with you, always with you. And when you let go and you realize from the bottom of your heart that it is, and that you're taken care of, and that if you're going for a tough situation, everything works itself out anyways. And then you move on, because the wheel never stops spinning. So you always are protected. Everything is always fucking perfect for whatever it is that you need to do. And I think that I am the result of that faith. Not even faith, certainty. Because I got taken out of places and I was like, pulled out. Here, this is going to break, and this is going to there. And then I was like, ah! Best things that could have happened to me. Best freaking things. But it was the moments that I always said, I was always saying this. I was like, please, God, if this is not for me, please don't let it happen. And then I was like, oh my God, like, why didn't it happen? Like, I don't know if I should have said that. Or take away anything that doesn't align with me. And then people started falling, jobs started falling, things started falling, moved to a different country. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I should be asking for this or asking for what I really want. But if I can share this with you, and if you can really understand, really take it to your heart, that you are being taken care of, that you are not alone, that once you let go. And my phrase was always, and when I jumped in that plane to come here to Australia, I said to my mum, I don't know what I'm going to do. No idea. I'm freaking the fuck out. But I know I will be taken care of, and I want God to surprise me. I really want him to surprise me. And I always ask for alignment, and can you please be loving with the things that are coming, and please, I sometimes need things to be a bit obvious for me to kind of understand that this is what you're saying, so please be super obvious. And it is beautiful because I was watching this Morgan Freeman. I'm going to finish with this. I was watching this Morgan Freeman documentary about who is God as well. And he went to all the different cultures and he was trying to understand, the different perspectives of what people call God. And it was really beautiful because they actually did this test where they put this liquid thing, like when they do like a PET scan. So they put this stuff in your blood, and anyways, it lights up your brain. So they were trying to see the difference between you being on a meditating state, just kind of chill, not thinking about anything, just breathing. And then they would do it for you actually praying or meditating, thinking about the creator and your powerful, and that connection, that powerful connection, and knowing and understanding, dude, the brain would light up differently. So you can actually see God in a scan. That's fucking beautiful. You can see how it changes your brain, how it lights up when you really do it. And they did it to this person, he meditated and he did all this stuff and whatever here, but he didn't believe in God. And they said to him, like, look, meditate and think about God, and nothing would light up because he didn't believe in it. I thought that was fucking beautiful. It really gave me goosebumps. I was like, this is so freaking beautiful. I wouldn't change it for anything in the world. And it made me a bit weirded out of talking about it because, I didn't want to really be disrespectful of what people believe, because I feel that whatever you believe is beautiful because God is in everything, in every religion, in every belief. As long as you're vibrating in love, as long as you're vibrating in gratitude, as long as you're vibrating in authenticity, He's there. So it doesn't matter if you believe in here and there and whatever and nyaki. That's how beautiful and loving He is. He's not judging, and He's not, you're gonna go to hell. You transform and you live your hell here. I've never heard of someone that has died and come back to it and has told their story about death and stuff, because it's another thing that I'm very interested in. Probably I'll get into it a bit later about it. But they never say, oh, I saw a red light and I was going to hell. They always say, I saw this beautiful white light. I felt so in peace. I felt so calm. And that made me understand that hell is here if we decide to be in those negative emotions. And we're in heaven when we decide to vibrate in the beautiful emotions. So yes, the Kabbalah did help me understand that what they had told me, it wasn't real, and that what I used to think from when I was really little, it all made sense. And it has helped me to have a pure relationship with it. Not from being afraid, not from being judged, not from whatever. Because, I even said it one day, and I had a bit of an argument in the Keilah where we were studying the Torah, right? I was like, well, He knew how He made me. Does He make mistakes? You say He doesn't make mistakes. And I don't believe He makes mistakes. It's perfect. Everything is perfect. Look how the body works. Look how we give life. Look at the plants. Look at everything. It's just... So I am perfect too. And He helped me understand and love myself as well, and understand that I am perfect how I am. I'm just going through processes that I choose. If I want to stay in the other side, I could have. But I always chose to keep in that beautiful vibration of love. And even if I didn't know what it was, being in gratitude, being happy, being not harming anyone. And here I fucking am. So anyways, I hope this could help you understand that the relationship is just you with the God that you have inside, and you've got all the tools and all the power of transforming your life. You just have to do the steps. You have to, if you want to do something, work towards it. And don't expect it to be beautiful. Look at me, I'm doing all this shit and I still don't know how to edit and I still don't know all this stuff, but I'm putting my grain of sand. I'm showing the universe that this is what I want to do. And I'm keep going until one day maybe it will go good, or maybe it will transform into something different. But letting go and knowing that there was no judgment needed. It was my biggest, beautiful, amazing tool that I wanted to share with you guys. From my beautiful heart to your beautiful heart. I hope this helps you. if you're going through a tough situation, to understand that maybe the only thing you have to do is just let go. And just say, look, I don't know what the fuck is going to go on. I'm freaking out about this, but I know you got me covered. Please give me signs. Please do this. Please do that. And I promise you, you start seeing signs everywhere. People will come and tell you the answer that you were looking for. You put a movie on and then it comes up. Or you open a book and there it is. It's so freaking magical and so beautiful that I had to share it and tell you my biggest tool has been my certainty with the Creator and that faith that everything will work itself out, and understanding all this type of stuff that has been written for centuries. And we really need to understand them from our point of view and not take everything that they tell us as this is it. Question yourself a little bit and feel yourself more. You have the answers inside of you. Send you a big kiss. I will see you in the next one. And I'm not going to tell you what the next one's going to be about because I'm still trying to figure it out. But I do have a little bit of an idea, so we'll see. I will see you. I wish you a beautiful day. Again, a lot of love from my heart to your heart. Ciao.